Hi, welcome to Esports Ohio. We are streaming our league semifinals, and we are starting off with Canal Winchester. We have Runts, Close Cobra, Gubbins, Sergeant Thaddeus, Poom, and then on St. John's Jesuit, we have Pisquinax, Milk Mono, 401, Lone Bear, Row 504, Andrew Ziho 0608, Tots Poppin', and I am here with my other streaming friends. I have Jared and Noble with me.
Nice to be here.
It is also a pleasure to be here.
We will be starting very soon.
Okay, so we're going to see some picks and bans here.
You would not forget
A Kaisa ban right off the bat. Kaisa is pretty strong in the meta right now. She does a lot of burst damage. So she can be very dangerous if she scales.
So I go.
Shenban, that takes a lot of map presence away from top lane.
Impure fools.
It looks like they might be targeting Canal Winchester's 80 carry.
Think what I could offer.
Playtime's over.
I return to my training.
Okay, Cassiopeia and Lee Sin along with Ari also go down. We see an Irelia and a Fiora first picks. Okay, there are our two top laners and our two junglers. Should be.
Right, as long as the team comps are properly lined up.
Yes. I have seen Akshan being played in the mid lane, so we'll see if that happens in this game.
I believe I've also seen Akshen being played in the mid lane by one of the other teams in this league, so it's going to be interesting to see, as it hasn't seemed very meta so far, but obviously it's something that people are interested in trying out.
You're scared.
Yes.
Good to know.
Especially with his grappling hook, he can kind of rotate and flop around on the walls and stuff like that. And Malphite and Akali both go down.
You reek of fear.
Some very tanky picks going down on Canal Winchester's side. And a lot of burst damage carries on St. John Jesuits.
It's interesting that St. John decided to ban Fiddlesticks in this position, where Fiddlesticks is normally played in the jungle, and we already have the jungle picks out of the way.
Yeah, that is very interesting. Ooh, this is going to be a very, very interesting bot lane.
Yes, the Ashe being a ranged bow carrier with a Pantheon who is a spear wielder, and not usually played in support some of the time. Usually, somewhat more of a damage carry, as opposed to the Swain Misfortune combo, Misfortune dual wielding pistols, and Swain being more of a stereotypical support.
Yes, Pantheon was a meta support, I think, a season ago. Mainly because of his shield block and his stuns that you can
Right.
stack up very quickly.
It's going to be interesting to see how the mid lane fares with Akshan's potential to have a lot of movement speed and evasive abilities, whereas Yasuo is looking to just get in close and do a lot of burst damage all at once.
Yeah, I am noticing though that Canal Winchester has basically an all AD comp if he doesn't go AP Shyvana. So if that Zac builds straight armor, he's pretty much going to be unkillable.
And that is something hopefully their team will be on the watch out for, as the builds can get very complex, and they may be trying to build something they're more comfortable with as opposed to countering the very strong attack damage team from Canal Winchester, as you said.
Very, very true.
It's also going to be very interesting to be watching the top lane, as both Fiora and Irelia can be very explosive, especially as they scale into the late game. We've seen a lot of play from both of them from multiple different schools on multiple different team comps. And so having them paired up against each other is a first for me personally. So I'm very excited to see how they scale against each other.
Yes, it should be a very exciting top lane compared to a normal top lane where it's just two tanks hitting each other.
In terms of how Pantheon is played as a support now, as opposed to how you said he was a little bit more meta last season, how do you think that the Ashe and Pantheon combo pairs up against the Misfortune and Swain combo in this specific patch?
Theoretically, if it's played right, the Pantheon and Ashe combo should beat the Misfortune and Swain. But we will have to see how the players play, because the Ashe's ult is very, very strong, as is Pantheon's stun. So they have a lot of lockdown potential. Whereas Swain and MF also pair well together, where Swain has his pull and can pull people in, and MF can ult and kill people. So it's all in the player's hands, basically.
Right, exactly. So that kind of fairly evenly matched potential is definitely going to be exciting here. The only other thing I'm wondering about is how these junglers are. I know that you said the Zac had a lot of potential to be armoring out a lot of the damage here, but the Shyvana is not one that I have personally seen in the team comps as of late in the jungle.
She can be very explosive, and she clears very quickly. And her ganks are very, very good, along with Zac ganks. So I expect to see a lot of movement from the jungle.
All right, before we get started here, we're going to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Oh, we are currently having technical difficulties. We will be right back.
on.
Okay, so we're jumping right in. Looks like someone has died, so we have to see. Okay, so there's been a kill bot lane. Pantheon got a kill on Misfortune. And
Right. Sorry, go ahead.
Both of Misfortune's summoners are down, and it looks like Pantheon's exhaust is down. Oop, and Shyvana gank up top. A little bit of damage.
We're seeing the Zac come out of the river to possibly help this Aurelia as well.
Yeah, Shyvana's wrapping back around. Let's see if she shows up. They're just going to back off and go back to farming. We were right. The Akshan is mid, so... been seeing a lot more of that lately. Zac dives under tower. And they get the kill. Along with Irelia Flash and Zac Flash. Shyvana's clearing wards. And Zac's mid. Let's see if they go for the dragon play right here.
They're definitely making it very obvious that they're trying to get this dragon to get a passive buff for the rest of the game.
Akshan. I think Akshan. Yep, Akshan's dead.
Akshan dived in without any support, and the Yasuo had the support from the Zac as well in that mid lane.
Lots of posturing, but not a lot of action. And I'm not seeing a ton of wards down. Lots of dark areas on the map.
It's interesting to not see either team pushing for the dragon so far. It's been very evenly matched, so they're probably waiting for a pretty strong team fight to get an advantage to make sure that they can get that dragon without being contested.
Yes. Zac just hit the revealing mist plant. And he's walking around clearing wards. They're pushed up here. Let's see, does Zac get the jump?
He gets the jump but dives right into the Pantheon, who backs out, leaving the Ashe here alone in the jungle, getting chased by the Misfortune Zac combo. Pantheon trying to come in to support, but they do not get an easy enough grab there to get a kill, but definitely trying to push Canal West out so that St. John can start moving in for this dragon.
Yep, there they go. They're going for the dragon. Doing very well keeping them away while they work on that drag, and they get it.
St. John's will now have a permanent buff for the rest of the game. Canal West was not able to contest there. Only the Ashe and the Pantheon on the bottom lane were even close to that jungle. The rest of the team was stuck doing their average farming, but the Zac jumps in here to contest with the Ashe. The Ashe gets the stun off. It's a massive
Akshan's
team
down
fight.
here. Pantheon flash, and he gets the kill. So that's a double kill in the bot lane.
Canal West had very strong coordination there, making sure that the Akshan was able to deal out a lot of damage very quickly and push that misfortune back so that she was not able to help out with as much damage. So very strong coordination there from Canal West to get those 2 kills.
Yes.
Here on the top lane, we're seeing just how explosive this Aurelia and Fiora 1v1 can be. As we had said before, they have very evasive playstyles. They're very fast and dangerous, can be very explosive into the mid and the late game. And they're just kind of zipping around here doing a lot of different dash moves. So the potential to see both of these champions and these players kind of pop off on the top lane is going to be very exciting to see into the mid and late game.
Yes, especially with that 1 kill on Irelia and Fiora building that gore drinker. Ooh, and Irelia gets the kill on Fiora. Solo kill top lane.
We also see a pretty strong push here with the Ashe Pantheon combo in the bottom lane, pushing the Swain and the Misfortune back into turret range, but nothing too crazy here. The Shyvana was looking like she was going to try to push in from the jungle, but nothing crazy. The Ashe is trying to get as much damage as possible, cornering those 2 champions in the bottom of the turret lane, but they are not going to push very aggressively here.
Now they'll back off and let the wave reset and just kind of go back to farming. It looks like Zac and Irelia are taking the Rift Herald.
So up in the top jungle there, it looks like St. John's is focusing that objective here so that they will be able to have a very strong giant alien bug to be able to help crash through those objective turrets
And it
make
looks
their
like
way
they're
to
going to
this
go
enemy
collapse
base.
on that top lane. Irelia ran back to her tower. Oh no. Let's see, does Fiora stay in? Nope, she gets out.
The Aurelia there was almost misplaced, not really able to help the Zac get any damage on the Fiora there. So Fiora was right to back off and make sure that that didn't escalate into a worse 2v1 for her there.
Yeah, it was very interesting that they didn't go together instead of just going back and pushing that wave.
We're seeing the Ashe and the Pantheon combo be very aggressive on the bottom lane. We haven't seen as much aggression from the Misfortune Swain combo from St. John's, so I'm interested to see if Ashe and Pantheon, who are both a level above their opponents on the bottom lane, are going to be dominating there, and if that's where Canal West is going to try to push their strong players, as they know that they can feed those bottom laners to do a lot of damage into the late game.
Yes, but a lot of the times when you see Swain and Misfortune, it's a poke comp. Oh, and here we go in mid lane. And everybody will just back off, just get some damage on them. And
a very quick jump from Zac, but not able to lock anybody into that tower range to solidify a fight. Just kind of some pokes and some backing off there, as you said.
And we're actually seeing an AP Shyvana. So that is a very dangerous, high risk, high reward build. It does an insane amount of damage. However, she is very squishy.
And on top of that, Canal West does not have anybody that's particularly tanky. They have the Pantheon to use the shield and try to use that support, but nobody is particularly a strong tank to stand as a wall in front of that Shyvana to allow that much damage through.
And looks like Fiora might go down again here. Oh.
Both the Aurelia and the Fiora there demonstrating just how fast and deadly they can be, but the Aurelia winning out, being a level higher, now 2 levels higher than her opponent here.
And there, Shyvana gets the pick on the Swain.
She just peeks out of the jungle there and gets that ranged attack onto the Swain, doing quite a bit of ability damage there, as you said.
Yes.
And definitely going to be explosive.
Oh,
She can continue to do
Yasuo
that.
might get caught here.
Caught in a 4v1, not
Ooh.
able to escape. Akshan cutting him off, and Shyvana doing a lot of damage there. And it looks like Canal West is coming back with a vengeance to get this dragon completely uncontested.
Yes, and it looks like Canal West is now 2k gold up.
With an additional 4 kills ahead. So 8 kills Canal West to St. John's 4.
Let's see, are they going to get this mid tower to get first tower? Oh, Zach jumps on Akshan. And he doesn't follow up with the kill. He just does the damage and pushes him off.
Interesting that the Zach didn't go for the kill there. They have a decent amount of vision. They know that everybody's kind of back, but probably because everybody was backing, Zach was the only one out there, didn't want to risk sacrificing that Zach and that mobility in the jungle.
Well, also, Akshan has a fair amount of items right now and a fair amount of farm, so he is pretty strong. I wouldn't expect Zach to last very long as soon as Akshan's cooldowns came up. Irelia has 1 item up on Fiora right now, so she is very strong, very scary. We'll see what she does with it. She does have her teleport, so if anyone gets in trouble, we're going to see some very interesting plays from the top lane.
It's also very interesting that St. John's top lane, Aurelia, is doing a decent amount better than the Fiora from Canal West, and we're seeing some pretty explosive gameplay from Ashe and Pantheon here, who are not able to just pick
teleport.
off
Here's
that.
the teleport. And Fiora gets locks down the kill on Pantheon, or not Fiora, Irelia.
Aurelia just doing explosive damage there so quickly.
Cancel
so
that
much mobility.
TP. Oh no. Fiora teleports into their entire team.
Tried to match the play of the Aurelia, but was unable to, especially in the middle of a 4-man squad. Akshan here getting pretty surrounded, but Shyvana doing massive damage here to the entire team. Aurelia shutting down the Akshan.
Very, very poor focus there. Everybody was kind of running around.
St. John now cutting off this Ashe here, doing massive damage. The Pantheon is not able to help out the Swain, doing massive damage to the Ashe to get the kill, and Zach and Aurelia here finishing off the Pantheon as well. Major coordination here from St. John's, getting 4 kills in a row here against Canal West, putting them up 2 kills at 10 kills to 8.
And taking back that lead, they are now up 2k gold.
This is definitely kind of demonstrating how powerful that Aurelia on top lane was. Aurelia got the early advantage over Fiora, was able to teleport to coordinate with the rest of her team, and St. John's has been able to utilize her amazing speed and burst damage to kind of coordinate those team attacks very efficiently here. And Canal West is now going to be kind of scrambling to try to catch up to where they can contest with not only the Aurelia, but the rest of their team.
Yes, and right now she is going to be very dangerous in the mid game, where a lot of people don't have their full build items yet, and they're not going to be able to take that kind of damage that she can output right now.
As the teams are kind of resetting here, we're just seeing some poke damage in the mid lane and on the bottom lane here with the Ashe. The Akshan is looking to be very aggressive against the Yasuo, but the junglers are coming here into the mid lane with the Aurelia and the Zac right behind the...
Looks like bot lane's roaming up to the mid lane as well. Pantheon.
Shyvana's going to have to come back in to support the Akshan.
Oh. She's locked down. They might get the shutdown here.
Oh, just
Ooh,
an amazing
Yasuo
4v1 against Aurelia, but the Zac now is here to clean up the Akshan, and they're going to try to escape. But it's a 2v3. Pantheon getting a huge damage ranged against the Yasuo down there. Zac just barely able to escape as well.
Yes.
So it was fortunate for Canal West to be able to get rid of that Aurelia, but they did lose the Akshan in the process, so only a 1-for-1 trade, and it's not going to set the Aurelia back that far in the grand scheme of the game.
Yes, that shutdown was very, very helpful for Canal West, as they are now only 600 gold down. Ashe about to jump in, or Zac about to jump in on the Ashe, and there's that combo. Ooh, Misfortune gets hit by the Ashe ult, and she will die for that.
Too squishy to Pantheon's spear there. Shyvana's going to try to jump down, but does not do damage yet, trying to back to the rest of her team so she doesn't get caught out. She takes too much damage and gets obliterated by the Yasuo. Pantheon and Ashe trying to escape now. But the Yasuo is too strong and gets a double kill onto the Pantheon. And now on the top lane, Aurelia is absolutely dominating the Fiora. And we see Yasuo trying to back now that the Akshan has come down to the bottom lane, who is absolutely soloing this Swain and gets the shutdown onto the Swain there.
Very, very even fights. Lots going on. Fiora will start pushing this tier 2 tower, or not Fiora, Irelia. Will start pushing this tier 2 tower, and she might be able to get it while they have Pantheon, Shyvana, and Ashe, and Akshan all coming up to try and shut her down. She stops to clear the ward. Okay, they just dropped that Rift Herald in the mid lane. That should be their tower going down. Ashe might be caught here.
Yeah, the Zac is jumping in and tanking a lot of damage there so that the Aurelia can do huge damage to the Ashe so quickly and just melts her instantly. Pantheon trying to run back to chase, and it's 2v3 with the Akshan and the Pantheon here, and the Fiora is trying to come up to help out, but Zac jumps onto the Akshan.
Fiora's might be able to do something. She kills the Yasuo. And everyone resets.
Shyvana gets some pretty huge damage off on the Swain there and looking to push in pretty aggressively, but Zac is looking to jump over this wall here, right on top of the Shyvana here.
That gets the catch. Shyvana is out of her ult, so she's not going to be able to deal that damage that she usually is dealing. But it looks like everyone's going to go ahead and back. Lots of gold. Go buy items. And see which objective they work on next. There's still a lot of towers up, and Baron is up. Ooh, Irelia going in on Fiora. She parries the stun. She's chasing. Ooh, massive damage on Akshan.
And she's going to get surrounded here.
Yes.
And the Akshan gets the shutdown onto the Irelia. That is huge for Canal West here.
Very, very, very. They are now even in gold now. Now with that shutdown.
Now, because that Irelia is out for 30 seconds, it would likely be wise for Canal West to try to push one of these objectives here. They know that there's quite a bit of St. John's team down on the bottom, so they'd be relatively free here to push into the Baron, but it doesn't look like they're going to push into it just yet, despite having all the vision around the Baron as well.
Well, Dragon is going to be up in about 30 seconds. So it looks like they're going to ward around Dragon and see if they can get a pick.
St. John's is definitely preparing to get this Dragon here, trying to get as much coordination here as possible right in front of this Dragon so that they can take it with relative ease.
And Shyvana's just kind of out of position. Oh, never mind. She's very fast. So she's going to be down here and big team fight.
Zach dives in and engages a massive team fight here. Aurelia shutting down 2 champions from Canal West immediately. Akshan and Pantheon go down. And now that Canal West doesn't have 2 of their teammates, they are going to be completely unable to contest with St. John's for getting this Chemtech Dragon here, which is a new dragon for this new patch.
Yes, lots of very interesting changes to the game during preseasons.
I believe that the Chemtech is the Drake that allows players to respawn for a short period of time. Is that correct?
I actually haven't had that much experience yet with the new dragons.
Okay, that's fair. So, from my basic understanding of just a little read up of today, I believe that the Chemtech Dragon allows champions to respawn briefly after death. I'm not entirely sure if that is correct, so please don't quote me if I'm wrong, but it is a pretty strong boost for St. John's to have here going into the mid to late game as they are continuing to push their advantage over Canal West.
Okay, just looking at Chemtech stacks for the Dragon buff, it increases damage to enemies with it increases damage to enemies with greater health. So it helps ADCs tear down those tanks that get so much health.
I see, my bad. I must have been thinking of a different one.
And St. John's takes the Baron.
That is going to be pretty huge for St. John as they've already amassed quite a bit of power, especially with their Aurelia on top lane being significantly higher level than the opposing Fiora. And now they have the Baron buff, which grants a lot of passive bonus damage. They are going to be looking to push into this massive team fight here and possibly try to end the game.
Yasuo catches with the Zach E and ult. And it looks like they're going to shove in with this Baron buff. And with those minions getting large, they do a lot more damage and have a lot more health. So it makes taking towers very, very easy.
Shyvana shuts down the Aurelia, which is huge for Canal West, but with only Shyvana and Ashe left to defend the base, they don't have as strong of a chance to defend, but it looks like St. John's is going to retreat out and try to re-heal here.
Yes, they did get the inhibitor, so that does help them in the long run. Now they can focus on other lanes, or they can heal up and head right back down mid.
Coming in at the 29-minute mark here, St. John's is just about 4,000 gold ahead of Canal West with 5 kills in the advantage here. And it has been a fairly evenly matched game throughout this entire match so far. So, Noble, how do you think Canal West has a chance to get back in this and take this game?
So right now they're going to need to turtle and wait out this Baron buff, as they are really strong with that Baron buff, and it would be very dangerous to try and engage them.
And it looks like St. John's is not going to give them that option, as they are pushing in 4 men strong here, trying to get into this Canal West base. But the Aurelia is still on the bottom lane, kind of out of place for this push here.
Yes, so a lot of posturing, but not a lot of ending. Let's see if Zach can pull off a kill here.
Zach dives in and tries to engage.
Irelia teleports mid.
Oh, they are now going. They're looking to now try to finish this off here. Zach engaged, and they're going to be pushing in pretty strong here.
Swain ults. Irelia gets the stun.
Should be doing huge damage to this Pantheon. Just barely able to miss this kill, but
Ooh,
Misfortune
Pantheon gets clipped.
tags it. He walks right into the ultimate ability and takes that enough damage to die there.
It looks like they're going to back off again. They're going to go for the... I believe this is their 4th Drake, correct?
I believe so as well.
So that will be an extra 20% damage to opponents with higher health than you.
And they're going to go relatively uncontested here for this dragon
And
as
Aurelia's
well.
going to pick off the Akshan. She might get the Shyvana as well. Let's see.
If she does get the Shyvana, it's going to be a pretty huge window for St. John's to push in here, since they're already up towards Canal West's base.
It doesn't look like they got the soul, so that's only a 15% buff.
Alright, so not strong enough for what they're looking for yet here, but they are going to keep Canal West in their base, continuing to push them back and prepare for a pretty large team fight and push here, waiting for their opportunity where enough of Canal West champions die that they can push in and take the base.
Zach jumps in. Shyvana uses her Zonias, and she dies.
Yasuo just does so much damage so quickly, double killing the Shyvana and the Fiora with relative ease, and they're looking to push into these Nexus turrets here.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to push in and try and end this. Ooh,
But Swain
Swain's
takes
gonna go
too
down.
much damage and just goes down to the Ashe there.
Let's see if Akshan can stay up. He can revive his team. Oh, he goes down.
With the Aurelia in the base now, it looks like they are going to be trying to finish this game with all of her burst damage.
Yes.
Misfortune gets the kill onto the Pantheon, and now all of Canal West team members are dead. They're going to be respawning, and it looks like St. John's is going to be ending this game. Canal West will not be able to respawn, and St. John's is going to take game 1 here.
Very, very high intensity play.
Definitely. There was a lot of very evenly matched gameplay, especially into the early and the mid game. But St. John's Aurelia was so strong. She got some early kills, and that advantage carried them throughout a lot of the rest of the game. They didn't have to worry that the Ashe and Pantheon combo on the bottom was doing relatively well, because the Aurelia was able to teleport down there and shut them down and carry St. John through the rest of the game. So very strong gameplay from both teams, but St. John was able to utilize their advantages mid to late game to push Canal out of there.
So some very interesting stats here where the team, Canal West, you have a lot of evenly spread out gold income, whereas that Aurelia's gold income and Yasuo's gold income were just out of this world.
Yeah, definitely. Canal was certainly able to keep their team very evenly matched and consistent throughout the game, but because St. John was able to put so much energy into the Yasuo, the Zac, and the Aurelia, Zac was able to dive in and engage and also tank a lot of damage, while the Yasuo and the Aurelia were able to get so much burst damage out that Canal did not stand a chance in that game. But they did put up a very good fight and gave St. John a run for their money throughout a significant portion of the game. So I don't think that they're out of it just yet.
It will be exciting to see this second or game 2 with the picks and bans phase, and see if we see an Irelia ban, possibly a Yasuo ban as well, and we might see a Fiora ban or a Shyvana ban as well.
All right, it looks like we're going into the pro draft here. We've already gotten quite a few of the bans out, and you were right. Canal was looking to ban that Aurelia right away. And we see St. John's banning the Shyvana here as well. So some pretty aggressive bans here right out of the gate.
Yes, and it still looks like they're targeting Canal West's AD carry. So ooh, that Graves pick is very dangerous in the jungle if we see a jungle. Ooh, that Graves pick is very dangerous in the jungle.
How we doing, guys?
We see the Misfortune ban. Doing very well. How are you doing, sir?
Oh, that's good. Hey, everybody, I'm Nick Rackley, and we're coming in here a little bit. Just wanted to remind people that we will be finishing this match off and that we will be broadcasting the Oberlin State Final against whoever wins this awesome match at a time to be determined. So, ooh, that's an interesting ban.
Yes, two very interesting bans. They're taking the Ashe off the table and taking a Ziggs off the table. Possibly.
Ziggs reminds me if you took like a Chihuahua and then you like mutilated a cat and then like spliced it together. Oh
Okay,
wait,
we see a
Ziggs
Varus.
just came back.
Ooh. Lots of damage on St. John's side. And they still have that large tank to play that top lane out.
So watching that last match here, because I've been watching this whole thing. So why is that important? I mean, yeah, you got a big tank up top, but I mean, can't you just push either mid or bottom?
Having a large tank in mid to late game um, definitely helps with team survival.
So they're gonna have to make it through the first part of the game.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, and that's definitely something that would have been nice to see in front of the Shyvana last game, was allowing a tank to stand in front of her so that she could do enough damage to carry Canal through that game, because she was so squishy, she wasn't able to get enough damage potential off because all of her teammates were dying. They weren't able to tank enough damage, and so Canal was not able to keep up in terms of damage because they didn't have a tank standing in front.
So a bit of a glass cannon is what you're saying.
Yes, exactly.
So some very interesting picks coming out from Canal West. They don't have a traditional 80 carry, so I would really like to see how this game plays out and where some of their picks go.
So where could they go here? I mean, here we have their actual. I mean, where do you think Canal Winchester has to really push here?
Tyrant.
It would all depend on their picks. So we have the Pantheon again. And
So I go.
I think it'll be really interesting to where they
I
take
smell fear.
that Graves pick,
Think what I could offer.
as he is very deadly in the jungle.
Welcome to the jungle.
Impure.
Exactly. And the other interesting thing is they had some interesting potential jungles, but they decided to put Graves right up on top. So he's in more of the stereotypical tanky role, where he's, he has a shotgun, so he's going to be doing damage, but they put him up in the stereotypical tanky role. So what's that going to mean going into the mid and the late game, for example?
Well, it's also possible they were picking to make sure they got the Graves pick,
That's true.
as he's a very, very dangerous jungler in the meta right now. He's very bursty, and he has an insane amount of range.
What you're saying there's, if they can hide that behind a tank or a tower or like any of that kind of stuff. I mean, you're seeing what, a couple early picks here in the
Yes.
beginning game before we get to laning and everything.
Yes, he can be very dangerous.
We're also seeing Yone in the middle for Canal Winchester, who has been a very popular mid laner throughout this series.
I think you go with what you know, right? Like you don't want to really
Certainly.
change anything up too much like that.
Hey, never pick a fight you can't win.
Not a problem.
Big bands right there. I always feel like we're going through like jury duty when we do this. I do not want that one. I want that one.
Coward. May you die with
It
your
is
eyes
fairly
closed.
similar for sure. And one other thing to note for these particular bans is that they were much more aggressive, specifically based on what each team played in game one here. So before, it seemed like they were a little bit unsure about who each team was going to be playing and which champions they were going to be favoring. But now they are certainly going after very aggressive picks that were played in game one. So it's going to be interesting to see if those were the mains of the players on each team here, and those are the champions that each team is most comfortable with, or if they were just trying to bait out a team comp and they're comfortable on all of them, and we're going to have some more interesting gameplay here.
So Noble, you're a coach. You're gonna talk to your kids here. Canal Winchester kept up pretty good through about, what would you say, the mid game here. Jared made a good point. You know, you really aggressively ban all these things. Is there anything else you're going to be telling your team, like going into this match, like where you should be focusing? I mean, because you got the picks, you got the meta. Like, what do you do here?
So, obviously, that Irelia was very dominant last game. So, we could try and go and focus her down, because if she's shut down and not able to function fully, that could be their uh, center player. So um, if you shut that person down, then the rest of the game is kind of easy.
So they're going to target, like hard
Yes.
target,
Yes.
like Hitman 47, like
Yes.
just go hard, go home.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see how that plays out for St. John's because of how strong the Aurelia was. So now we're going to see if they can compensate for that lack of that kind of pivotal damage carry into the late game, and we're going to see if they can kind of handle more of a kind of an even team build, or if they're going to keep pushing into one champion that's going to carry them through the rest of the game.
I mean, you know, that probably would work out quite well, I would imagine. I mean, you're sitting there, I mean, based upon your own teams, I mean, you think I mean, do you find that kind of a bit of a cheese comp there? I mean, you're putting one champion above like the rest of the team, or do you feel like, you know, this is something you just got to really make a major focus on, and if you can do that, you're going to be able to break through the St. John's defense?
Well, if it
Um,
was a cheese comp, St. John's made theirs work very well with just the single. But go ahead, Noble, and talk about how Canal has kind of got to counter that.
a lot of the times, in the pros as well,
Sure.
you'll see a lot of gold funneled to a champion that is going to scale, such as Yone or Graves. So if you're funneling the gold to that champion, they're going to get very, very strong very, very early, and it could potentially be the game breaking factor to win the game.
So again, like when we're talking about gold here, you're talking about items, you're talking about building, you know, to tier like high tier items early game to mid game that should be coming late game if you're spreading the gold wealth out.
Yes. So what you would be doing is trying to get kills on them, um, and helping them as much as possible to scale early and make the game, basically be oppressive to the other team, can't um, so they can't come back.
Right. So I mean, you want to send this. This is your knee breaker. This is the loan shark coming to break some kneecaps.
Yes.
Got it. I would have no reason to know why someone would break kneecaps. I have no kneecaps, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
St. John's comp is very interesting though, as they don't have a traditional ADC.
That's interesting. And why is that interesting?
Um, with ADCs, traditionally, you bring them to siege towers.
Mm-hmm.
So they have that range and quick attack speed to kind of attack towers very quickly and take them down very quickly. When you don't have one, it is very difficult to siege towers if they have more range than you do.
A lot of this game is a lot about trading, right? So if you're
Yes,
getting more towers knocked down, then you know you may have more kills, but if you have less towers, I mean, it could be swaying either way.
it looks like we're going to see an invade.
Oh, a 5v5 invade here, a complete team
Big
fight.
fights. Lots of summoners burned right there. Jin Heal, Yone Flash, and Viego Flash.
No exciting kills there, but certainly a lot of burst damage at level 1, of course.
Yes. And we do see the Graves going top lane. Very interesting pick. I would like to see how it plays out against the Cho'Gath.
Now we're going to see a more traditional start where the bottom laners are going to be helping their junglers take on a respective buff here. Destroying this creature here in the jungle will give the jungler a buff temporarily, which will boost them up through the early game.
So not a lot of trading going on, just everybody's kind of chilling and farming. So we'll see where the junglers go after they get their clears done and go for those level 3 ganks.
Seeing the Ahri and the Pantheon being pretty aggressive there on the bottom lane. Not doing too much action though, just trying to get some poke damage in.
Yone getting confused by the Nico clone.
Not able to utilize that reach ability to its fullest potential, but Nico doing her job. Graves is actually using this early game advantage pretty well here, but the Viego is coming up looking to gank, but the Xin Zhao is right behind him, so it looks like it's not going to be very successful. Graves is retreating back towards that Xin Zhao. The Xin Zhao jumping over the wall to get into that Viego. And gets first blood there onto the Viego, and they're going to be able to 2v1 the Cho'Gath here onto the top lane, getting 2 kills early game for St. John's here.
That was a nice double kill up in the top lane, and they should get a tick for that. And we'll see if they take advantage. Oh, Cho'Gath teleports to the top lane, so they will not.
Yone's going to reach out to the Nico here, get a decent amount of damage in, take a turret shot, but have to back here. Not able to get a kill there.
Viego.
Dives in without too much support from the Swain and Jhin combo over there. Dives in just a little bit too early, and Pantheon and Ahri punish down on the bottom lane, getting the kill there.
Needed to communicate a little bit better with his bot lane so he could tell them that he is on his way. But also, it looks like St. John's have the river heavily warded, so there was no way he was going to get back behind them without them knowing he was there.
Certainly. Both of these teams have been doing very well in terms of vision in the river, so definitely making sure that they have as much information as possible. Yone here reaching out to the Nico, following the right one this time, but still not able to get enough burst damage in there to get the kill. Graves diving in here against the Cho'Gath.
Cho is low on mana.
Is not able to contest with the Graves, but the Graves is also not able to push into turret range there.
Ooh, Nico going in on Yone. Let's see if she finishes the kill. Ooh, she doesn't clean it up.
Yone just escapes with a sliver of health there back into turret range. She doesn't want to risk dying to that turret shot either.
Ooh, she gets caught by the Yone ult. And he kills her.
That was very strong there. With only a little bit of health, it was definitely a risk, but able to utilize his abilities to the fullest there and get that kill on the Nico. And that is the first kill for Canal Winchester here.
Graves is coming down. Let's see if he can pick off the Yone. He gets out. And it looks like Viego took that dragon all by himself.
Yeah, solo dragon kill there. So Canal West certainly, or Winchester, sorry, got the dragon completely uncontested. A lot of the visibility in the river there with the wards were destroyed or faded out. So it was interesting to see that St. John wasn't really prioritizing that objective very much, like they had been trying to do a little bit more consistently in game one.
And Xin Zhao's up in the top lane, looking to possibly pick off that Cho'Gath. Waiting for his blue to come back up. Let's see if he picks off this Scuttle Crab. They might be warding up for Rift Herald. Xin Zhao misses his E. Shows in lane and then walks away.
Nico here potentially going to be cut off by this Yone and the Viego who's waiting in the river. Once again, that Yone is not able to do enough damage to this Nico with that reach attack here to get the kill. She is consistently able to evade and escape pretty easily here. Graves knows that he's overextended and the Viego is going to come up for a gank here, trying to corner the Graves, but he might just be able to escape. Cho'Gath gets the knock up, silencing the Graves, and they do too much damage in that 2v1. A successful gank onto that Graves there from Canal Winchester.
Let's see. Xin Zhao finishes off the Yone.
Definitely a strong play there, and a good trade for the Graves up on the top lane, since they knew that the jungler from Canal Winchester was not going to be helping out there in the mid lane.
Yes, very, 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 very good map awareness. Cho is caught under tower.
Close to half health here, trying to knock up anybody who's chasing him. With the Nico up in the top lane and Graves going to middle, I wonder if St. John's is going to be switching their laners here.
It's definitely possible that they're going to be swapping their lanes. Getting some wards. Oh, Swain pops his ult.
Yone tries to go out after this Nico again, getting the right pick again, doing huge damage, but still not able to get that kill, just barely leaving her alive.
And she won't die to the ignite, so.
Graves coming down here to cut off the Yone with the Xin Zhao, but he's too fast and he escapes into the turret range relatively easily here. And St. John's has kind of abandoned their top lane now that Nico is back.
And that can be very scary if you let that Cho'Gath keep eating and farming, because he's going to get a lot of health and a lot of AP.
Graves is going up to the top lane to contest, but Pantheon here is going to get another strong tick onto this bottom lane turret.
Yone dives under tower. Let's see, this dragon's going to be coming up. Let's see if Canal West and St. John's try and make a play for it.
Canal West is making a lot of pings into the river here. Viego going up against this Ahri here in the middle of the jungle, seeming relatively misplaced. Xin Zhao diving in to try to save the Ahri. Viego getting too close, getting the kill on there, but not going to be able to escape the Xin Zhao Nico combo, and Nico gets the kill on the Viego.
So now their jungler's down. they get a free dragon if they want it. So let's see if they try and take advantage of that.
Xinjiao just
Somebody
dodging
say
that.
free dragon.
Yes, we did.
Oh, I'd like a free dragon.
Well, when the enemy team has their jungler down, then it is all yours.
All right.
Viego's back, and he is beelining down for that dragon.
Both teams are going to be making a pretty strong push here for this dragon.
St.
Canal
John's
West.
is kind of pinned.
Canal West has a very strong presence, but it looks like St. John's is going to be pushing in from the back. They actually back out and they're going to try to dive in, but Canal Winchester gets the kill onto the dragon there.
And they just give the drag. That's interesting.
Yeah, St. John's did not really contest. It looks like they were prepared for a team fight, but maybe they weren't ready for it there.
It's a bad dragon. They didn't like that dragon.
That is fair, also. It's not their favorite dragon, they only take their favorites.
That's right. I heard it pooped in one of their towers. So that's a
That's
big
terrible.
I
Yeah,
know, right?
Certainly. Actually, by that logic, you think that they would want to
Swing
kill
goes
that
down.
dragon. But...
Oh, you right. You right.
Now the Viego is caught out here by the Pantheon and the Ahri, but the Jhin comes down to support both the Pantheon and the Ahri at half health here. Xinjiao diving out of the jungle to take this kill onto the Viego as well. Very strong coordination there for St. John's against Canal Winchester.
Lots of very, very strong rotations from St. John's.
And only at the 13-minute mark here, they are ready to get out of their lanes and start getting these kills. And because Canal Winchester has been kind of separating themselves when they're not going for those dragons, it's been interesting to watch them have such strong coordination to get the objectives, but then split up and get picked off by St. John's when they are not coordinated for those objectives.
Yes, and that Graves is still ahead of that Cho'Gath in farm, and he has been out of lane for a majority of the game. So I'd like to see where that goes. Oh, Cho catches the Nico with his knockup. He's just gonna clear that ward. Viego comes in behind, grabs the Pantheon. Pantheon flashes. Oh, that was a mistake. Or you dash back in.
Swain gets a double kill there, just demolishing those two champions. And Cho'Gath here is going to get pinned by the Graves and the Nico. Graves diving into tower range there to get that kill.
And Yone's caught out by that Xinjiao.
Looks like Xinjiao is going to be able to get this kill on this Yone relatively easily.
Looks
And
like they're
St.
getting
John's,
ripped off of that.
yep, St. John's is going to go for that Rift Herald and try to push in another tower.
They might lose first tower off of that rift though. And that's a neat 200 gold if they get it.
Oh! Pantheon dives in and just barely defends that tower there. St. John looking to use that Nico to take that top tower to get the
See
first tower kill here.
We'll see if who can complete the tower race first.
Graves going for the mid lane tower now.
There it is, first tower.
And St. John takes it. Ahri and Pantheon going for the bottom lane tower now. They are going for a pretty even sweep here on the first turrets.
Yep, and they take that tier 1 tower from Canal Winchester. But Viego's down here. Let's see if they get a catch.
Viego dives in to try to get this gank, but the Ahri does too much damage. The Jhin gets the kill onto the Pantheon, and the Ahri kills the Viego.
Oh, big team fight.
Oh, a huge team fight. St. John's knew that they were going to push in here. Swain pops his ult, but is not able to escape. Graves gets the kill onto the Yone that tried to help out, and Ahri finishes off the Swain as well. That was a huge victory for St. John's there in that team fight. They used that coordination very well to make sure they had enough champions to back up their bottom laners and get those kills with relative ease.
Lots of very, very good communication and rotations from St. John's.
We're seeing now that the decision to switch out the Nico from the mid lane has been pretty good here, keeping that Cho'Gath.
Graves catches Viego in the jungle.
Xin Zhao almost overextends there. Ahri and Pantheon right behind. They almost extended into that Viego. The Viego is just not tanky enough and not doing enough damage really to contest with the champions that he's diving into.
And St. John's picks up their first Hex Tech drag.
And this is another new dragon that grants +5 ability haste and +5% attack haste as well.
Viego is struggling to farm his jungle when the entire enemy team is in his jungle bullying him.
Definitely. They have not allowed that Viego to scale very well. They popped the Rift Herald up on the top lane, trying to push into that second turret, but enough of Canal Winchester is here to defend, and they are doing a pretty decent job at making sure that St. John's can't push in past this second turret range here.
They hit the revealing Mist Plant, revealing the entire mid lane of Canal Winchester.
And St. John's looking to be pretty aggressive there. The Cho'Gath was right to pop that stun ability right in that lane so that they weren't able to push in, holding them off. And now that St. John's is revealed, they're not going to be as aggressive as they thought that they could.
We're seeing Yone and Jhin still have not finished their first item yet.
That is going to be pretty detrimental for Canal Winchester here. We're also seeing a very similar strategy here from St. John's, where Graves is filling a very similar role to the Aurelia. He is being fed pretty consistently. He's going 3-1 right now, has a decent bounty, and has the highest CS score of everyone in the game. So that top laner is definitely St. John's strategy, and they're going to keep feeding him into the late game here and probably use him just like they used Aurelia. But he's a little bit slower. He doesn't have the same movement speed and attack evasiveness. So it's going to be interesting to see if they have to have a more coordinated push here as opposed to Aurelia just kind of diving in and doing all the damage on her own.
Well, he does take the Fleet Footwork Mastery / Rune, which it increases your move speed after it, sort of like Static Shiv as you run around.
Okay, so he is going to have a decent boost to his mobility, which is certainly going to help with his burst damage that he already has.
Yes. And with those rotations and movement, It helps them a ton with keeping up with faster enemy champions.
Pantheon dodges a skill shot there, and Canal Winchester is looking to just kind of turtle up and make sure that St. John's can't push into this mid lane too strongly here. Cho'Gath gets a huge bounce up here, but the Ahri gets the kill onto the Swain. Swain gets a kill onto the Pantheon there after the turret shot deals damage. Jin finally gets a skill shot there, and Cho'Gath takes a huge amount of damage there. The Xin Zhao just doing so much burst damage so quickly. It seems like such a chaotic team fight there, but only 2 champions died out of all of that, so both teams were right to try to back off there.
Viego
But
gonna
Viego diving in, yeah.
And he flashes out.
St. John's is being very patient with their team fights here. They are doing a lot of damage, and it seems like if they were more aggressive, they would be winning, but they don't want to risk losing any champions here. They want to keep making sure that their champions can get stacked and fed, grow their CS score, gain that gold, and upgrade their equipment, which is certainly going well for them, especially because, as you had mentioned before, some of Canal Winchester's team members were having a hard time building into their first main items.
Graves finishes that collector, making him very, very dangerous to low health champions.
We're going to see Canal Winchester going in very strong for this dragon here.
They get the drag.
And they do, but St. John's is going in for a massive team fight here. Xin Zhao and Pantheon doing huge damage. Pantheon gets a double kill. They do get the dragon, but St. John's takes the team kill. That was a lot of very strong coordination, and St. John's knew that they were going to lose that dragon there, but as soon as all of Canal Winchester's team members were right in that dragon pit, they had them surrounded. I got the ace, just like you said.
Now they're going to push into Baron, and with
they have
Ahri in the mid lane, shoving the mid lane already. Let's see if she can't get a push under the inhibitor with them taking Baron.
This is going to be very huge for St. John's here. They're going to have a very strong buff, just like they did in Game 1. If they play the same strategy that they did in Game 1, they're likely going to back here, try to recoup. And you can see that Ahri in mid lane is also backing as well. So they're going to be spending this gold here, getting even more stacked, and they're going to be probably trying to make some fairly big pushes here going into the late game. At the almost 24-minute mark here, we have a very significant gold lead from St. John's over Canal Winchester. They have nearly 10,000 gold ahead of Canal Winchester, as well as 12 kills ahead of Canal Winchester. So St. John's has a very commanding lead here. And with the Baron buff, is Canal Winchester's strategy to try to get back in the game kind of the same as you said last time? Are they going to have to turtle up here? And if they are able to successfully turtle, how can they turn the game around?
They have to turtle, and they have to get that farm and get the picks that they can. So you want to have you want to have St. John's make mistakes, whereas you can pick up those kills, those easy kills that they disrespected you because they thought they did more damage than they do, but it's very difficult because they do that damage. So
Jin going in for a huge ult here. Swain shutting down the Ahri and Cho'Gath shutting down the Graves. That was a huge push from Canal Winchester. Viego diving in behind, taking down the Pantheon. Cho'Gath going after the Nico. Canal Winchester just had a huge counter to St. John's push here. And that was absolutely massive for them.
And absolutely, that's what they needed to bring them back into the game. That mistake where they pushed under tower, thought they did more damage than they do, and there is the downfall of not having a traditional ADC. You can't siege towers without that.
Yeah, and St. John's is definitely going to feel the burn there. Xin Zhao still with the Baron buff here, doing a lot of damage, but evenly matched now against this Yone and this Viego is going to take a lot of damage. but not without doing a lot on his own. So Graves coming in here trying to finish off these kills, and Cho'Gath coming in to just defend. It seems like St. John's got a little bit cocky with that push. Like you said, they pushed under turret and didn't do enough damage as they thought that they could, especially without the traditional ADC. So if Canal Winchester can stay in their right mentals and not get too tilted now that St. John's has pushed in and gotten a lot of strong objectives, they might be able to turn this game around and turn it into a win.
Absolutely.
St. John still has a fairly commanding lead with over 6,000 gold ahead of Canal Winchester and 9 kills still. So Canal Winchester does have their work cut out for them, but they are not making it seem impossible. So as long as they stay coordinated, it looks like they might be able to pull this off.
They do have a ward on that Graves. Let's see if they catch him. That Graves gets shut down. With the Jhin in the back, free firing, we're going to get a lot of damage out.
Pantheon gets the kill onto the Swain there. Cho'Gath gets the kill onto the Pantheon. The Xin Zhao is pushing, trying to get the kill, but Cho'Gath gets the shutdown.
Nico and Ahri, the only ones left. Let's see if Ahri can pick up this kill on Cho.
And she does. St. John's there coming out 1 kill ahead of Canal Winchester. A 3-for-4 trade there. A very chaotic team fight, but St. John's comes out 1 kill ahead, and they're going to be all the stronger for it.
And starting to get very dangerous for St. John's now because Canal Winchester is now starting to scale. And with that Jhin scaling and the Yone and Viego scaling, it gets very, very dangerous for them.
Exactly. And now St. John's has collected another dragon here. And so that's going to be pretty significant for them, as it was the Hextech Soul as well.
Yes. Or do Canal Winchester have soul? Because they have 4 dragons.
I'm not sure here.
Yeah, I think the scoreboard
okay.
is wrong, but
Okay.
okay, we're gonna see them move as 4. They have vision on these 2. Let's see if they catch them. Viego gets exploded immediately by that Graves.
Cho'Gath tries to run away, but the Pantheon does not let him escape.
Swain and Yone are caught out. Swain flashes.
But he gets rooted and stunned, obliterated within seconds there.
Yes. They do so much damage up close. It's just about that they don't have that range. But they're gonna take that inhib anyway. Let's see if they push into end right here. Swain is down for 20 seconds and Viego's down for 5.
Jhin coming in here with a pretty huge ult, but it looks like blue team is going to back out just in time.
Yes, he's gonna push it off.
We're going to see red team take the Baron there, so they are going to have the Baron buff now and trying to counter push blue team here.
Swain's gonna stay up with Zonia's.
Jin gets a huge shutdown onto that Pantheon there. Jinzhao taking out the Swain. Jinzhao doing so much damage there. Graves and Ari were right to
very
back
low.
without dying. But yes, Canal Winchester there was very low and not able to push in. But they have been consistently backing out here, but getting those coordinated kills.
Ooh, Viego gets caught out. Oh, he gets a flash out.
That was a very good flash for the Viego there. He's been diving in and not really able to do much consistently, but thankfully he was able to get out there to support his team as they try to turtle up here against Canal.
Yon gets caught by the RE. And cleaned up by the Graves. Looks like they're gonna take another inhib. And this will be the legendary Drake, so let's see if they can get a pick before that Drake goes off. Xin Zhao caught. No time to back, they have to do this, otherwise they're... Oh, Jin gets caught by the Ari.
Canal is going here for another dragon here, trying to get some more passive buffs before pushing in. They are not confident enough to push into this late game base here.
And that large Drake makes them very dangerous. They get execute kills as the enemy gets very low.
Cho'Gath absolutely massive here, trying to tank a lot of the damage, but Canal Winchester is pushing in, trying to be aggressive, trying to find their stride here. But it looks like they're going to back out, and they are not going to push, as St. John's has a very strong team here ready to defend.
Okay, Baron's going to be coming up. That is the next large objective, but Red Team has 2 exposed inhibitors, so it's not going to be easy to contest that Baron. But Canal Winchester has done nothing with that legendary Drake. And that's going to be expiring here in, I think, 2 minutes. Cho caught. Let's see if Cho gets caught out. Oh, Yon goes in.
St. John's is able to evade there. Canal is trying to get a strong team fight out here, so they have a window to push into St. John's base, but St. John's is not letting them have it easily. Canal is going to have to get aggressive here and push in if they want to finish this game with a win. And it looks like they're going to go for it here. They are pushing into turret, and St. John's is going to have to back up here. But they get both of the Nexus turrets here, and it looks like Canal is going to try to get in unless St. John's can take this team fight. It's absolute chaos. Nico getting a kill onto the Swain, but Canal takes it. They get the win against the St. John's with that final aggressive push with all of those passive buffs.
So now we're 1-1.
It's now 1-1, and they're going to be going to a game 3. However, the facility over at the Northeast Games here is going to be closing down, so I am going to have to back out. I was happy to be here for the first 2 games, and I hope that the tiebreaker game 3 is going to be as exciting as these first 2 games have been. So it's been a pleasure casting with you, Noble, and everybody here, and I hope that game 3 goes well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Sweet Jesus. Oh. And we're back. Alrighty, we have St. John's Jesuit going up here against Canal Winchester, and what a game it's been. We had a little bit of a mix-up last game there. Canal Winchester was in blue, battled it all the way back, and pretty much took it all the way to the house there, huh, Noble?
Yes, they did.
So here we are looking at some picks and bans. What are you seeing right here on this board?
We're seeing that Graves ban go out the window for first pick, and the Irelia ban again out the window.
I mean, I think that's what you got to do, though. I mean, they did it last time. We saw that Canal Winchester was able to actually pull that together. It definitely worked out pretty well for them.
And we're not seeing a lot of ADCs banned. So let's see if we get some more. Well, they already picked their ADC, so we shouldn't get any more ADC bans.
Well, that's good. Both teams coming into this, they're looking to get to the state final against Oberlin. Interesting to see what's going to happen here. Misfortune coming back here. Ezreal. That's interesting.
The Amumu and the Swain are very, very dangerous, but the Zillion will help keep players alive. So
That's good. That's important. I think we've noticed that. I think you said, we were mentioning that game one. I mean, we had a couple glass cannons, just really couldn't get anything because they were just too squishy and not being able to take any damage with any of their other champions. Definitely left to a lot to the imagination there.
ooh, St. John's has a very, very dangerous team coming out right now.
And what makes them so dangerous?
Lots of CC and a lot of target picks, especially with that Mordekaiser.
Mm-hmm.
You can lock down an individual champion and they can't see anyone else, and
So
and
you're
they
going to
can only see
isolate
you.
again. Absolutely.
Yes.
That's very big domination. Again, with this game, I mean, it's the same map every game, right? So the biggest thing is sight lines and who can see what and where people are so you can get the ganks and you can definitely win in the laning and the team fights. Alrighty, with that, I do believe we're about ready to head back into the match. Not a lot of champions killed last game. I mean, overall, 7 7 7 5 7 9 for Canal Winchester, 4 4 2 2 and 4. I mean, that's not a very high scoring game at all.
No, but it didn't really have to be because there was a lot of rotational play, and the towers got taken very quickly.
Gotcha, gotcha. So again, you can focus on that, and that definitely will play to quite a bit of a different feel. Waiting now just for the game to be set up, and we'll be good to go there. But while we're waiting, we'd like to remind everyone that our Fortnite state finals will be finishing after Thanksgiving, as well as these awesome League of Legends finals against Oberlin. Whoever wins this match, Canal, Winchester, or St. John's Jesuit, will be playing for the state final for fall after Thanksgiving as well. Noble will be back with us, as well as Jared. And if you're lucky, maybe me too. But we'll see all of that after Thanksgiving. So stay tuned to ESO Twitch. Tomorrow we have Overwatch in the morning and we have Smash Brothers in the afternoon, and finishing it all off will be our Rocket League state finals. You can find all that action here on this channel, as well as our sister channel, ESO Channel 2. So while we also continue to wait here, we'd like to thank our sponsors to make sure that they're able to tell us all the wonderful things that they have. ESO is proudly sponsored by the Ohio Army National Guard, HyperX, UGC, great league management program, love it. Whoop Academy Beta, definitely a great thing to have if you've never used it before. Respawn, love their chairs, super comfortable. I can nap in them all the time. We'd like to thank all of our parents and coaches that allowed their kids to participate in our league this year and took them all out to all of our land spots today. Let's go, ESO. This is the playoffs. So as we continue to wait here for our game engagement, what do you think you're going to see with those two comps there, Noble? I mean, are we going to see a lot of pick and move again? Are we going to see more champion damage, less champion damage? Where are we going with that?
We'll just have to wait and see. With the Mordekaiser, it's generally a very slow build up in the top lane.
Mm-hmm.
But there's lots of potential for different champions to scale out of control.
Oh, okay. And by scale out of control, I feel like you're saying, it's really just a matter of gold. Are we seeing a lot of minion domination here, or are we going to see more jungling?
Lot of minion domination. If we get a lot of kills and a lot of farm on a specific carry, they can be they have the potential to be very dangerous.
Well, it seems that they've already begun doing champ select here, so we're going to have to wait until they're fully in game so we can actually spectate. Definitely something interesting happening. We'll definitely be seeing a lot here hopefully soon, so stick with us, everybody. We'll be right back. Alrighty, we are back and we are ready to see some great things here. Tots poppin' right there. PS Equinox, Andy Z 628, Milkman, Owl Knight, Adam Lover, Sergeant Thatoyos. Is that how we say that? That's interesting.
Thatios?
Latios,
Thatios?
Thatios, Sergeant Thatios. I don't know. Close Cobra, Runuiz, and Rolsey Eiperd. I have no idea how you say that.
That was a pretty good pronouncement.
I feel like that's a really good pronouncement. Thank you. I really do think that's definitely how that should be. loading in here.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Seconds until minions spawn.
And here we are.
Okay, this time we're seeing a little bit of more of a traditional setup. No crazy invades.
Minions have spawned.
This is for all the marbles here. I mean, no major team fights here already. I mean, we saw that early last game. Going after the red buff. I feel like that'd be a Christmas present you just don't want to get.
Oh, that's mean. Amumu's a very lonely guy.
I mean, he's probably lonely, but I'm sure he'd eat my eyeballs.
I mean, he's Sad Mummy.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. A little bit of poke and prod here. Level 2 up here at the top.
Lots of fancy, flashy stuff going on in the mid lane with Silas and Yo.
Oh, does he get... Oh, uh-oh. Here comes the mummy. I don't think they'll get him, though. Uh-oh, wait a minute. First blood goes to Canal Winchester. You got to be pretty happy about that. Lose the first match, come back in. Oh, man, they killed the Mumu.
Yeah, they definitely they definitely brought it back. They figured out what they needed to do.
Here they come. Bottom lane still holding out quite strong.
Just gonna let that wave crash into tower.
That's interesting. Great shot right there by Rosapard. Ooh, that was an excellent shot right there. So you got 2 up right here. Canal Winchester at 6.5k gold. Not a major change so far. 4 minutes in. About a fifth of damage to the bottom plate here.
I'd like to see if they do something interesting to get that tick.
Now again, for those of us that don't play the game very often, you know, those plates, I mean, you're getting pretty good gold for each tick you get on one of those plates, right?
Yes, I think it's like 90 gold per tick or something like that.
Right, and before we actually started, you know, complete broadcasting here, you were telling us all about how the scaling is going to be absolutely tantamount here if they can get gold. So, I mean, getting those early plates and those ticks, like you were saying early, are going to be absolutely essential, right?
Yes. Let's see if ooh,
I think he's
Zillion
got
gets the
him.
double bomb.
Oh, he got out. That was really close. That was shockingly close. Going for the vision here, killing off the ward. Misfortune. Not seeing a lot of builds coming out of Misfortune here.
one item here. I mean, definitely need to get some more gold running that way. I mean, we're looking already at almost about a 2K deficit here between these teams.
Yeah, she's really behind on farm compared to that Ezreal.
The mummy comes out, smacks him around. Oh, I think they might get it. Oh, he's so close. He's got to get him. Got him. 130 toys though. Uh-oh, double team, and Mumu goes down. 4-2, Canal Winchester.
Lots of good rotations by Canal Winchester. Again, that they showed us last game that they can work on their rotations.
This is a great job here. They're going to get their first dragon here. Now, what buff are they going to get for this particular dragon?
This is the Hex Tech buff, which gives +5 ability haste and 5% attack speed.
And that's a permanent buff, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, that's a huge champion team buff right there. And, I mean, when it comes even into this part of the game, any part of the game, really, getting more abilities out almost always wins the team fight.
Yes.
Now Winchester slowly pulling away here. Andy cleaning up the lane there a bit. Going to the right, still working on all these different wards. Bottom lane has been having a lot of action recently. Sergeant Torius gets the blue buff.
There's not much going on in the top lane as it's 2 tanks up top, so
they're just kind of slugging it out.
Yeah, they just slug it out and farm.
All right. I feel like a giant would be a good farmer. I mean, he just pulls out like a giant fork, right? And then he just like puts it in the field and he's like, yeah, we're going to plow this thing. All right, cool. Ooh, here we go, though. Todd's popping. I think he's got it. He's 1 level down and just doing an immense amount of damage. Oh. Oh, that was so close. Thank goodness for the safety of the tower. Sorry, turret. Towers are in a different MOBA game. Closed Cobra coming out on the top here. Do they go for the Rift Herald? No, they don't.
Both junglers down here. Ooh, that was a very good ult by
That was huge. But can they capitalize on it? Oh!
Let's see, does Xin Zhao clean it up here?
Oh,
there it is.
Absolutely he does. Double kill right there.
2
I don't
for
know
2.
if I'd have done that. I mean, he gets... Can he get out, though? Oh, barely by the skin of his teeth. Oh, my goodness. Close Cobra was tickling his toes right there.
So that makes it a 3 for 2 for going St. John's.
Here he
so
goes.
Let's see if that helps them catch up.
Andy, no, not enough. Big hit right there. Andy's going to recall. No, he doesn't recall. Gotta admit, that was a nice flash. See? People say there's no good sportsmanship here. Tappy Roo.
So Zillion levels up Ezreal right there with his stored experience.
That's good.
So he's going to be 1 level up compared to everyone else in the bot lane.
I mean, that's absolutely essential getting in here. I mean, I think they're about to push top here. That's a big tanky guy. Adam Lover comes in big. Is he going to get it? Body slam. You know, my sister did that to me once, and I still got a weird twitch from it. Great job right there in the top lane, pushing that all the way back into the tower. Again, it's not a tower. It's a turret. Turret. Bottom lane. Ruiz, again, just doing a little bit of a farm job there. Uh-oh. They're going to steal. Canal Winchester stole the blue buff. I think Canal Winchester is really running this game. I mean, we're looking at about a 2K gold difference. What do you think here? St. John's, I mean, they really got to pull something out here. They have not won any of the 2 team fights we've seen.
There's still a lot of game left to play. Mordekaiser is behind in farm, but with Amumu scaling and Yon scaling especially, you'll see some very interesting stuff.
Interesting is good. Uh-oh. Great double kill right there.
Canal Winchester, always. That great communication, movement, rotations, working together.
Absolutely. Now, when you say rotations, I mean, you're saying coming in and out of the lanes, coming in and out of the jungle?
Yes, moving in between the lanes, working together to take objectives.
I mean, again, this is one of those games. I mean, it's like chess. It's like anything else. Unlike a lot of other games that are esports titles, I mean, this is one map, and it's the same map every time. Bit of a random dragon here or there. But other than that, I mean, it really does come down to tactics, timing, abilities, and you've got to know exactly how to do that, or they will punish you for it.
Yes, that is exactly correct.
Adam Love, one ability above Tots Poppin' here. And they're pushing
Like
3 down the
will
bot.
get caught out.
Uh-oh. Tots Poppin'. Tries to smack him around. Ooh, he might have baited him in. No, Adam Lover pulls out.
Looks like Canal Winchester will get the Rift Herald. Let's see where they take it. Looks like they're just going to drop it mid and get that first tower gold.
Nice job, and they will take the first turret. Great job with the Rift Herald there. Tries to call them back. Close Cobra gets Crown of Shattered Queen. That's going to definitely add to that scalability you were talking about earlier.
Yes, and especially with him being 3-0 right now, he is very dangerous. Even if he's behind on farm, Silas has the ability to steal others' alts, and especially stealing Yon's alt or Amumu's alt, he is very deadly.
Absolutely. 300 gold bounty right there for him, 150 gold bounty for Adam Lover here. I bet whoever Adam is feels really good about themselves. I mean, they have a whole person dedicated to their particular brand of love. So, Close Cobra might be no. Man, they did not pursue Close Cobra there. I mean, do you think it was a level issue? I mean, that was almost like a 3v1 there.
They did not have vision on the jungler, so it could have been dangerous to follow him into
Fair.
the jungle.
Very fair.
And I believe they did get his flash right there, so it was worth. Oh, no, they did not.
Ooh, good poke.
Then Zhao goes
Ooh.
in. Are they gonna get the triple?
I
Or just
don't
the
know.
double?
I think just the double.
There's 4 down bot. Silas rotated. See
Uh-oh.
if they dive this MF under tower.
Yeah. Oh, close Cobra just slapped that down like salami on bread. That was rough to watch, but also
That's
exceptionally tasty.
that's that Yone ult that I was talking about. Very dangerous when he can just
Mhm.
snipe people like that.
Absolutely. Again, good recall right here. Get all your stuff back in order. Get any mana you need to. Channeling right there. And Ruiz is going to get his mana back. Adam Lover coming up top here.
And Silas picking up that early Oblivion Orb so he can keep them from healing. Especially effective against characters like Swain and Mordekaiser who heal when they do damage.
Oh man, look at the level differential here we have. I mean, we've got 11, 10, 10, 11 over here on Canal Winchester, and 9 and 8 with an 11, 9, and 10 over here on St. John's. I mean, the levels aren't too terrible right now, but I think with that scalability, all you're going to see now is just more and more abilities coming pumping out. Uh-oh. Run away, buddy. Run!
Amumu smites and takes his blue buff. And Canal Winchester is going to take...
Third dragon.
is this their third drag?
That's their third dragon.
So if they get one more, they get Infernal Soul, and that makes them do extra AoE damage around all of their attacks.
Oh man, Adam Lover finally gets taken down by Andes.
That's a 3-man gank top to take him down. Lots of ultimates burn there, so was it worth?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, at some point you got to start, getting some snowball effect going one way or the other here.
Yeah.
So far, Canal Winchester seems to be doing that pretty well.
Especially with that set having 150 gold bounty, he was worth 550 gold to get a kill on. So
yeah, and I mean, right now you're trading time for gold, right? You're trading those alts for the gold, as well as possibly maybe displacing at least Canal Winchester for a little bit. Blue buff right there. Some lane cleaning here. Take a look what's happening down here. Adam Lover has swapped from top to bot. That's a pretty interesting maneuver right there.
At this point in the game, he doesn't have teleport, but neither does Silas. So it's very interesting that they would choose to put him in the bottom lane to be closer to his team than Silas.
I mean, Canal Winchester's amassing three people here mid. One will teleport. One will recall back. I think they might be pushing for a Baron. I think they're going for the Baron. It's 19 minutes 20 seconds. Oh, it's the Rift Herald still. I'm sorry.
When it hits 20 minutes, though, it does transform into the Baron. So they have a limited amount of time to take this Rift.
Oh, this is going to be a huge team fight. A big shutdown. Oh, they got rules part. Allen Knight gets Sagittarius. Holy cannoli, did you just see that? St. John's just took 5 kills there and brought it right back to 11 to 12 and just jumped a gold deficit of almost 4K.
Very, very good play by St. John's, coming up and collapsing on them while they were
I mean, that was critical, absolutely critical. And I'm sorry, folks, I didn't even see who got the Rift Herald. I think Canal. Canal got the Rift Herald.
Canal did get the Rift Herald.
So, I mean, that would have almost added insult to injury here. Todd's popping, hitting that turret like a good nail with a monkey there, Bill. Rolls Pard looking, going for the giant mutated toad.
Just clearing out some wards.
Smart. They've got every dragon so far. Definitely a lot of buffs that are playing absolute havoc with St. John's right now.
This is going to be Soul Dragon, so we'll see if Canal Winchester can pull it off and get that Soul.
St. John's only has one turret left before it's 3 home turrets. Nobody in the bottom lane. But it looks like it might be a battle for this dragon here shortly. Which actually, if St. John's plays right, they might be able to take another team fight here. They have lost the last 2 team fights, except for the one that was just previous to this. They won in absolutely stellar style.
Amumu catches, and Ezreal is...
Oh my gosh, they did it again! Holy cannoli, look at this happening! They won it again, and I think they are 0.5k away from tying up the gold and just took the lead in champion kills.
Let's see if they clean up this dragon and see if they can get the rest of them.
Oh, absolutely intense right here. Good job by Mumu. Are we sure he's just a sad mummy, or maybe he's like an emo mummy? Like, he just needs to go listen to some My Chemical Romance and he'd be just fine.
He does have a skin called Emumu.
See? I'm telling you. He just needs to go just let his feelings out and he'd be fine. Owl Knight sitting on the precipice. That was a very heroic stature there.
So Amumu is scaling, and so is Mordekaiser, so it's getting very dangerous for Canal Winchester here.
So are you saying right now they're kind of on a clock per se? I mean, we're getting right, we'd say mid game right now. We get to late game here. You think this is just gonna absolutely swing St. John's way?
It's a definite possibility, as Ezreal isn't one of the stronger ADCs to deal with tanks, so you're gonna have a lot of trouble dealing with the chunky tanks like Mordekaiser and Amumu.
Nice. I mean, I think it's pretty easy to see right here. The last 2 major team fights and even almost a team wipe both times went to St. John's, which I was not discounting right out of it. And they just tied the gold, and St. John's just took the gold lead.
If Amumu can consistently keep hitting those team-wide ults and his stuns on key players...
Uh-oh, toss poppin'. He might be in trouble. I don't know.
Does he
Oh, he squashed him like a
silence?
rat.
And we'll see if he can clean up this set.
Oh, they didn't push. Oh, he was so low. Oh my goodness, that was lower than most limbo bars.
Okay, St. John's.
Oh, they're going to go for Baron.
They do have the damage.
I mean, absolutely have the damage.
And no one's in position to stop them.
Oh my gosh, this
They're
just
gonna
swung St. John's way. Calling it now. It was something I thought they were going to be in trouble with. And Canal Winchester now had their moment. They have knocked quite a few turrets out, but they're going to have to really clean lanes, win a team fight, I think, and then really push. I don't really see how they're going to be able to pull this back.
They're going to have a very difficult road ahead of them, and it's all based upon if they can get those picks that are required. So they have to pick out the the Yone or pick out the Misfortune, because those are your two dangers.
Absolutely. Now this Baron buff is why they're all glowing purple. They've not been exposed to radioactivity. But they are quite dangerous, and they will buff their minions as well as themselves here for quite a long period of time. I believe it's 5 minutes.
Yes. Let's see what they can do with it.
Both kind of taking precautions here.
Playing very safe.
I mean, Canal Winchester needs to bait them into something that they set the terms on. The last 3 fights now, excuse me, St. John's has won hands down, and they've initiated and finished them both, all 3 of them.
Xin Zhao's wrapping around behind them. Let's see if he sees this pick opportunity.
I mean, especially with that turret, if he could get it in there quickly. Nope, turret goes down.
Looks like Xin Zhao and Silas are possibly going to try and keep pushing top. Nope, Xin Zhao's going to head towards the dragon. As this is still Soul for Canal Winchester.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see if St. John's can stop them again and pick up another Fire Drake.
And they're all just gathered around. It's kind of messed up, man. Like, he's just chilling. He just wants to come in and like be like chilling at his home, and they're like, "We're gonna bash you. We're gonna break you, man."
Canal Winchester is going to sacrifice this dragon for a tower.
That's a good trade-off, I think. I think they've got to get some pressure on. If they can get to one of those inhibitors, I think you can really start pushing.
They do still have Baron buff though, so they can definitely run out here and make a push.
Sends it all the way down mid.
Let's see, do they catch this set out, or is Amumu just going to back?
That is a good question. Here they go. They're going to try and go for the ultimate Baron. That's like me when I get home from work. I just want to punch my light socket.
That's just regular Baron.
Oh, is it just... Oh,
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
Baron
That's right.
never
You're right.
changes.
Yep.
Dragon does change though.
Right.
As soon as someone gets soul, anyway.
Yeah. Adam Lover getting his blue buff again for the 5th time.
Which is weird because Set doesn't use mana.
No, which is very... I mean, you're getting a little bit of gold, but not a lot. I mean, don't you want to like bait that out for one of your mana-using champions?
Normally you want to give it to the Silas or Ezreal, but Ezreal
Right.
just took their blue buff, so
It all
Even-
works out. Yeah.
it all works out.
It all works out.
Lots of posturing, but no fights because they know how dangerous each other are, and they are giving each other due respect. Let's see if they collapse. Oh, no. Zin has 3 other teammates there backing him up.
Can he? Uh-oh. Oh! That was so close.
So now Silas has a Mumu's ult, so let's see what he does with it. They are going to try and posture around this Baron.
I mean, I
see
would.
if they can't get a team fight going.
I mean, you stole his ult. I mean, this team fight right here, I think, is probably going to determine the match long term here. So, I mean, this Canal Winchester needs to win this.
Lots of people out of position on Canal Winchester, though. If they decided to go one way or the other, they're going to be chasing.
That's fair. That is a very fair thing. Canal Winchester took the gold lead back at 51K. Oh, I think they're too scared. Honestly, I think they are. I don't know if they really know what they want to initiate.
Another drag's going to be coming up here, so we might see a trade for the Baron and the drag, or we're going to see Baron now.
I
Let's
mean,
see what happens.
I don't know. Andy Z. Oh, great shot right there. Is there going to be a follow-up, though? I don't know. Ezreal, again, chasing them down. And they run all the way to top. Wow, that was interesting.
It looks...
I think they're going to get this uncontested.
This should be a free Baron for Canal Winchester. So they're going to take this Baron, and St. John's going to make a beeline for that dragon.
I mean, you got to be proud of both your teams here. I mean, they know exactly where they need to go. And, I mean, it's not all – I mean, that's number one thing when you're coaching kids, especially in a game like this. It's not all about the kills all the time. You know, you got to play for your whole team. Oh! Oh, my gosh!
Well, Mumu misses his
Whoa. That was solid by Milkman. He delivered that milk. Owl Knight, great job on the killing spree there. But the blue turret, and they're going for the first inhib, and they're going to get it. Canal Winchester, oh, he almost did. He almost didn't get that. Adam Lover's got almost got him there.
St. John's will pick up another dragon.
Oh, and he got him! Ezreal was able to just barely poke him. Right in the kneecap right there.
Here. Nope, they're going to get out because they had it warded.
Uh-huh. Canal Winchester leading in gold here, down 5 kills overall. Think happy kitty thoughts, he says. Super minions coming up on the top. St. John's is now at least somewhat on the defensive.
Set's going to keep that bot lane pushing, see if he can make some plays happen with while they still have Baron buff, and it has expired. No, it hasn't expired. Those two died. He still
Yes, they did. Here they go. Adam Lover getting the red buff. That makes a little more sense. A lot more physical abilities there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Andy might get...
He's caught.
He's caught. Got slapped back. Oh my gosh. I had some serious bubblegum that did that one time. Here come the Baron. The Baron bona fide minions. St. John's has to do something here. This turret, nope. Turret's gone.
Yeah, we're gonna see them probably go up 2 inhibs.
Oh, big slap right there. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Ezreal gets the thing, but Milkman delivers the milk. Close Cobra coming up here. But I think overall, yes, Canal Winchester is just able to win that team fight. They're going to go after the second turret here. Now the third turret. I think this is it. I don't think St. John's has got it in them. Here they are. They're at the precipice of the Nexus. Oh my gosh!
This should be game.
That was it.
GG, GG.
GG, everybody. Oh my gosh, Canal Winchester loses the first, comes back from the second. That was phenomenal. That was absolutely amazing.
Some very, very, very good games played by both teams.
Oh, absolutely great games played by both teams. I mean, just looking at the scoreboard here, I mean, you've got almost identical gold when you get to some of your top tier players there. PS Equinox, again, 11,942 is Moo Moo. But again, Adam Lover, I mean, kind of a late bloomer there, led it right in that last charge. But again, look at the scalability you saw there with Sargent, Tots poppin'. I mean, you were right. I mean, they were absolutely critical. PS Equinox, 13 assists. That is insane. Roll Cypher, 10 assists. Absolutely insane again.
Yes, lot of a lot of very, very good team fights and coordination from both teams.
Absolutely. I mean, I think, you look right at it. I mean, 20 versus 17, 47 versus 29 there in the battles and assists. I mean, that's phenomenal. Well, folks, we have finished the semis here, so what we'll be seeing here is a final between Oberlin and Canal Winchester, and that will be a Northeast versus Southeast, Central and Southeast banter for Ohio's Invitational winner here in League of Legends. I am Nick Rackley here along with Tyler Noble, and we are all done for tonight, folks. We will be broadcasting and posting when we will be playing that final for the Invitational. We thank you for being with us here at ESO and for sponsoring all of our teams. We'd like to remind you that tomorrow Overwatch starts bright and early at around 10 a.m. We'll be following that up with some Super Smash Bros. Play, and finally Rocket League to cap off the fall 2021 season. We'd like to thank all of our parents and all of our sponsors one last time before we sign off, so let's do that. ESO is proudly sponsored by the Ohio Army National Guard, HyperX. They have a bunch of great deals going on right now. I need to check those out. UGC, Woo Academy Beta, Respawn, Live to Play Another Day. Great chairs. Love their chairs. Again, we'd like to thank all of our parents and coaches who were able to participate with their kids, drive them to our lands. This is ESO Fall 2021. Let's go, ESO. It's been a great time and it's been a great night, but that's all we have for you tonight, folks. We'll see you tomorrow. So long, everybody.